Okay. Welcome back to Pen and Prosper, a podcast where JT Lawrence is coaching me, Melissa Delport, to be a six-figure author, and we are putting it on the
internet. It is Friday, the 17th of July.
Oh, still. And we have got one of our favorite guests back today, Mr. Blake Hudson. Or should we call him Mr. Stephanie Hudson?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm so excited because obviously I've been running ads with Blake, so we get to discuss that.
Awesome.
You're going to be starting ads with Blake, so we get to discuss that. All things Facebook ads, which is usually our most popular episodes, right?
I feel like I should just say, because, I'm so big on doing your own Facebook ads. It's because my main learning at the Indie Author Mastermind in New Zealand, and I still definitely believe that. But since my Facebook ad account was disabled and I lost all my previous ads and all my structure and all of that, Blake has offered to help me get myself back on my feet.
Back to where you were.
Yeah. So that is why he's helping me. I will definitely do my own ads in conjunction with him and after I finish working with him. But he's just being very, very kind and just trying to help me out of this quagmire of whatever the hacker has done to me.
Yeah, shame. No, you've had a rough time. And who better to help you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Facebook. I'll talk about it when he comes in, but my new Facebook naming convention often has a BH in it because it's Blake Hudson strategy.
Yes. I have Cheeny ads. I have Higgs ads.
Okay, before we get to that, let's thank yous as always to our paid subscribers for being here, for walking this journey with us, to Elize, our editor extraordinary, that we honestly couldn't live without, because now we don't even think about things like editing.
I know.
When I used to spend hours and hours of my life.
Yeah.
And obviously to Vellum, the book formatting software, we could not live without. They changed our careers and they can change yours too. We do have a link
www.vellum.com/pen and prosper.
And it is a play before you pay system.
And if you are a paid subscriber on Substack, please join our Facebook group because it's getting more lively in there. The more members who join, it's got a nice little community feel in there now. So I'm happy.
It does. And you see, Paula had her freebie and people were willing to share. So there's definitely a sense of community. Yes, also me and my newsletter, because we're all about newsletters these days. Okay, I'm pulling up my sales so that when Blake gets on, because what's been interesting is that obviously Blake has the cost of my ads. I have the revenue because he was running them. I was seeing so I'm so excited to puzzle it together.
Yes, awesome.
So I just want to pull that up for.
Can't wait to hear about that.
It's been an exciting season. I'm so close to six-figure month, not six-figure year.
And I have to do it for the year. Delport, that's how it starts.
Yeah,
6-figure month.
Yeah. Got to start somewhere. My first 6 figure. So I will say that with Blake running my ads, it was the first time I had 6-figure days.
Yeah.
I think I had 1 or 2 before, but I had quite a few in the month that I was working with him. Paige made me a spreadsheet that when I put my figure into it, it automatically goes green if it's a rainbow trout month. It goes yellow if it's a 6-figure month, depending on the author scale. And I had quite a few yellow days, and I was like, what's supposed to be gold? Golden days, And I was like, this is so cool.
Oh, it's exciting.
So hopefully I can maintain that. Yeah, the spike is amazing. The biggest spike that I had through the whole process was the day that Stephanie shared my series.
Oh, wonderful.
In her reader group. And again, the power of reader groups.
Yeah.
We have been sleeping on reader groups.
I know we have. How big is her reader group? It's massive here.
25,000, I think, or 30,000. Yeah, it's massive. I just had this huge
yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, Blake, your ads are amazing. He's like, oh, I haven't started that yet. Just Stephanie. I was like, okay, got you. Yeah, no, she's her readers are, and it's not even the same genre because it's more urban fantasy and hers is paranormal. And so the power of the reader group, and so generous of her to do it.
Very generous. I can't wait to speak to her. She's coming on next week.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I also can't wait. I've been seeing all these pictures. She looks like such a vibe.
Yeah, she does. Completely.
She's got a way about her. She looks like someone you could have a lot of fun with.
Yeah.
In a pink rickshaw.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
and so now,
she does so many events, and we identified that we'd never spoken about events on the show. So she
yes,
can talk to us about all of that too.
yes, it'll be
I think one of the
amazing.
reasons she's got such a rabid kind of Facebook group, because she's met so many of her readers in real
In
life.
person.
And I think it makes
Yeah.
a huge difference. Okay, Blake has entered the chat. Are you ready?
Blake has entered the chat.
Literally.
Hello, Blake.
Yeah, Blake, how are
I
you?
just love technology. Yeah, I'm good.
What happened? Shame.
I don't know if we've got a totally different internet here in Canada, and it's got a firewall with Zoom.
Oh.
I know it's pain. So I had to give it access or allow it or whatever. So that was
no.
that was fun.
Well, welcome very early in the morning there for you. Is it 7 a.m. ish?
It's just gone 7 a.m. So it's not it's
So early
the
to
sun's
be
up.
up and
It's good.
filming.
Well, thank
And
you
you've
so
had your
much.
coffee, yeah?
Yes.
I got my
Thank you.
coffee. It's all good.
Thank you for meeting us so early. I know it's not easy. So your
No, it works
sacrifice
well.
is appreciated.
No, it's all good. It's not a problem.
We were just saying, Blake, I was just saying that you've become so popular on the pod, and I now have ads that run with BH. They're my Blake Hudson ads. You've become part of the naming convention.
Then that's how you know you've made it as a Facebook
That's
ad guru.
I can retire right now. My work is done. So you ladies doing? It's all good?
Yeah, good. I think we'll talk about, I'm not sure what you want to talk about, Blake, but I think we'll talk about your and Delport's ads and how they went.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
We have some follow-up. Well, we don't have specific questions after the last podcast, more about just being more granular and exactly how to set up ads with like which kind of structure and that kind of thing, more like kind of hands-on advice, practical advice. And then I would love to speak about the whole landing page thing that's happening. I think
that sounds like a good plan.
Interesting. All the mastermind people are looking into that. Delport, do you know about that?
I'm just wondering, what are we talking about?
We'll talk about it later in more depth, but basically there are so many bot clicks on Facebook ads at the moment that, and they all cost you. So they're like these junk clicks that are costing you and messing up your KPI.
Yes.
So what people are doing is sending people to a landing page instead of Amazon. And it has so many different advantages. First of all, you stop all those bot clicks, because the bot click lasts like something like half a second, but a landing page takes more than a second to load. It's something like that. So you're getting rid of all those kinds of clicks. That actually saves you money, even though you have to run a sales ad, which costs more money. And then also, of course, the clicks are more qualified. It helps Facebook find the right audience for you, because instead of being confused by the bot clicks, it's finding the right people who click on the right ad. What else? Oh, one of the most important things is you can then have a pixel and have a lot more information about who is clicking, who is buying, and all that stuff. So,
but even if it's Amazon clicks, you can have a pixel. Oh, of course, because you've got a landing page.
The pixel grabs information. So
yes,
very interesting.
Okay.
A lot of people are doing it. I think I should definitely start doing it, but I will be guided by Blake. So what are you
doing it, Blake?
First? Yeah, what are you doing it, Blake? Let's talk about it right now.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it, Blake?
I'm still running the vast majority of my ads in the same way as before, and I've started testing the whole landing page system. I suppose it's a system, and so far it's looking good. I'm definitely not finding it costing more, and I'm also doing something a little bit else, which is a bit cheeky.
Okay. And
I think it's making for a great conversion and another way of maximizing everything you're spending on Facebook, because at the end of the day, it's all money, and you want to maximize it as much as possible. So,
absolutely,
got a few little tips in there that we can throw.
Okay.
Which
I'm listening so hard.
Away for free.
Me too. I'm like, if I did, I mean, should we
putting
just
my volume up? Got my pen out.
Cool. Well, we could start there if you want. I mean, I don't mind. Whichever
Let's
way.
Do it. Let's
go.
do it while we on it. Let's do
while
it.
we're on it. So obviously, Claude is my he's my wingman.
Yes.
In fact, I'm probably the wingman, and he's flying. He's like the main. He's like the main.
Flying the plane.
Main character.
Yeah, he's doing it
like
all.
that too.
And I'm the goose to my Claude's Maverick, right? But so I use Claude to basically tell him that he is the best marketer in the world when it comes to landing pages. And then I basically ask Claude to go search up my wife's books. I say, go look at Goodreads, go look at Amazon, go check out all the 4 and 5 star reviews, 1-star reviews, and all the information that you can find about my wife's books. And then in the prompt, I correlate it all to basically look for trends of what readers like. So what they really emotionally feel about, what really gets them going, what, and see if there's a trend. And it picks up the trends throughout all the, she's lucky that she's got thousands of reviews. So it picks up all the things that readers are saying that they like. So basically, then I ask it to build a landing page or give me the design of a landing page. I've linked Claude to a thing called Higgsfield, which is like an AI generated movie imagery and all sorts of stuff. And it's all linked in. And I say to Claude, design me a landing page perfect for book readers that will be highly converted using all the emotional hooks and anything that you can pull from my wife's books.
Brilliant.
So it builds the landing page all based on that, all the write-ups based on that. And actually it's relatively simple. And when I look at it, I thought I could have done that. But I couldn't. I looked at it and was like, you're looking at a blank page. You're looking down for a blank page for a while. And I'm like, but when it comes down, it's all clean. It's quite simple. You double check it for any obvious sort of
errors,
things that aren't right and errors and things. And generally they're not there. So then I built the landing page around that in my wife's website, which is a page that can't be got to through the website and they can't click off the page unless they do one of 2 things. Well, one of 3 things. One is they just have to close the web browser to get off it. And obviously, this is the most important thing. The web page is mobile phone adapted.
Yes.
Right. And not just looks pretty on your desktop. So they can either close the web page down. That's the only way of doing it. Or option 1 is they click go to Amazon to buy the book. And then option 2, which is something that's slightly different that other people I'm not sure are doing, is have an email sign up for a free book as a reader magnet.
Brilliant.
So I'm using the landing page for both. And they also have the option, once they've done the email sign up, it sends them to Amazon.
Brilliant.
That is so smart because you're getting something out of even the ones that don't want to make that.
And I think in the past 3 weeks it's been running now, I think we've pulled in nearly, I have to double check today, but I think, yesterday it was definitely 3,500 emails. So today it might be pushing 4,000 emails, which is just emails we didn't have before. Right?
Yeah,
so,
I'm going to beat you, JT.
I'm going to beat you, Delport. I'm going to beat you.
JT and I are racing to 10,000 mailing lists.
Right, well, there you go. Do this, you'll get there.
Except now we're both doing it. Like, we should have had a private meeting.
Haven't you already been doing this?
Yes. Yeah, I've been doing it all along.
Oh, that is so smart.
That is so smart.
So I thought, it's just another way of optimizing the people you're sending to your landing page, right?
Yes.
I think that's so dumb now. Like, why have I not thought of this? Why have I not done this already?
Probably because I'm not an author.
You have time to think about these things.
And I have time, and I have ridiculous amounts, not ridiculous amounts of time, but I'm always thinking about stuff. And how can I cheat? Like, what can make
it's
my
called
life
a hustler. It's called a hustler,
quicker?
Mr. Hudson. You know what H spells Hudson, it also starts with hustler.
That's right. Hudson. Hustler's my middle name.
That is very, very, very smart. I'm definitely going to try that. And do you find that the sales dip? Because I would think that the best case scenario in a situation like this is that your clicks, that your Facebook marketing now is still getting you the same amount of sales, but as a happy byproduct is that maybe if someone didn't buy the book, they at least signed up. So you're getting like an added benefit to your buck.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say because the number of email signups is relatively 50% of all the clicks that are going to the landing page. So, and I'm spending, I think that landing page test ad is running at, I'm going to have to do it in pounds because I'm not in dollars, but it's running at about £40 a day. And, that's a decent amount to test with, but it's definitely in the realms of scaling. So it's interesting. It's just a different way of doing things, but also it's the whole landing page. It sort of showed results pretty much straight away, whereas opposed to the method that I do at the moment, although you see an uptick, it definitely feels like it converts more. So probably that may be the bots, less bots, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's just that it's giving the hot buyers that hard sell that little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. It's too early days for me to say whether it's scalable or not.
Yeah.
I think it potentially is, but we shall see.
I don't see why it wouldn't be scalable. And also, like, why wouldn't you send your money to that landing page? It just makes so much sense. A question I had was, I'm very interested to know why because you're using sales ads for that, right?
I've done it sales ads, and I've done it as a normal traffic ad. And even though I was told not to do it as a traffic ad and a sales ad would be better, at the moment, I mean, it's 3 weeks in, but at the moment, they're both identical. It's literally sometimes like the cost per click and whatnot is literally fluctuating a penny either way. I don't use attribution, as you know, so I can't 100% say which one's doing best, but they're both costing the same. So
that is so interesting.
I was thinking a way of testing it would be that I would just literally bump the budget up on the one, drop it on the other, and see what happens, and then switch it, and then I know which one's doing best. But like I said, it's been 3 weeks, so that's probably what I do. Next month. Well,
the ad itself, in terms of the creative and the CTA, the call to action, what do you say? Like, is it the same as what you would do for a normal ad running to Amazon?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. With the test ad, I've set it up as a hot buyer ad. So it's really telling everybody what it is and what's going on. And they know exactly what they're getting when they're clicking that, because I want the best quality of potential reader to be clicking it. I don't want to be sort of, eventually we'll probably go down the whole route of testing and warming people up to it. But at the minute, I just want to see that it works. So yeah, the Facebook ad itself is literally just a hot buyer style.
Okay. And can you tell us in particular which art creative you're using for that ad at the moment?
I basically am using the 3 historically best images I've ever used for my wife's books. So I know they convert as an image, and I know that hot buyers go for them. But I've also decided, literally because I've run out of the amount of ads that I can have on one account, I'm running it from a different ad account as well. It's not running from my wife's page. If that makes sense. It's running from our business page.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, almost looks like a proper publisher is advertising.
Publisher ad. Okay. Oh, that's cool though. That's clever.
Well, it's just the only option I got. So I'm there. But if it keeps on doing well,
that
I'll
gives you
move
2
it
more.
Delport.
Not to brag about how many. Not to brag about how
many working ad accounts you have.
She's done all
my ads.
No, listen, it could be me tomorrow, Fred. It's like our biggest fear. Yeah,
well, last week I had my credit card blocked. So just because it didn't like me using it.
That's happened.
It's just a pain in the ass. It's just like,
and you've got to get another card and be like, oh, here's a new bank. I mean, how many cards do we have? I'm down to my last one. So if this one goes, I still haven't sorted out a backup.
Delport, you better get on that, China.
I know. I think I'm going to go to Discovery Bank. They're all the big thing at the moment, all the rage.
I have about 6 different credit cards now, just in case.
Yeah, it's just it's so difficult. And the best option I found was I use a online banking called Revolut, and the great thing about that is it's an online app. Mainly we use it because transferring from different countries into different currencies and stuff like that. But you can get a physical card literally sent to you within days. Also, as soon as they decide to send it to you, they send you the information of what's on the card itself, so you don't actually physically need it.
Yeah.
So that was the solution to that problem.
Okay, good.
Which I'm sure will be coming back around at some other point, because it tends to happen every few months, I suppose. It feels like it anyway.
I haven't had a problem since I started spending much less. So I think it's because of the big numbers. Like it just sends up red flags and
Oh yeah, those dodgy money launderers spending all their money on Facebook, right?
Yeah, like who actually makes money selling books? It's clearly a laundering front.
Exactly.
Okay, any more questions about the landing page method, Delport?
No, I'm very, very intrigued. My brain's not understanding the difference between the landing page versus Amazon's page in terms of bots. I know you said it's something about the loading time or whatever.
The loading time. That's all it is.
Okay, so that it's just
a bot won't stop and wait for something to load. It's just a click.
Okay, so but then do you still not get charged for that click regardless going to a landing page? No, I'm not understanding how it saves you.
In theory, you're still if you're getting lots of bots hitting your Facebook ad and it's sending them to the landing page, in theory, Facebook is still going to charge you for those bot clicks. And this is another reason why I use Genius links on my Facebook ads, just to be sure where those clicks are coming from and if they're actually genuine people clicking them.
Okay. My understanding was, please don't take this, like I could be completely wrong, but my understanding was that if you run a sales ad to a landing page, Facebook cannot charge you unless that page loads because it doesn't count as a sales click.
Okay. So that's the sales, not the traffic.
Yes, that's probably how it works. But unfortunately, I'm running a test ad with a traffic one, but they're running identical. So if I am getting bots, I don't know, maybe those bots are just not picking on me at the minute.
Okay.
But
maybe the bots decide they like your wife's books and buy them. That could be good.
I don't know. Maybe I think these bots are probably like somebody's behind them, and they've got targeting something for a reason. I think.
I don't understand it.
And you'd think that Facebook would be very much against them and find ways to stop them unless they have some sort of involvement, which can't possibly be true.
Of course not. They want to charge us double for nothing.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Well, who knows? I mean, I think they make enough money.
Yeah. Well, they certainly make enough of my money.
And also, that's it. They make so much money that someone who's spending what you were spending, JT, and they're like, sorry, we can't help you. We don't need you to spend. I can't believe it. Like, at what point does Facebook go, this is like a good client of mine and I should look after her? And they just like, nope, not interested in helping you.
It's a very good point. I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine who runs a tech company business, and even, I can aspire to his business revenues, and he does fantastically well. And he spends over 7 figures. He's into the 7 figures on just Facebook ads alone.
Jeez.
And even he doesn't get help from Facebook when stuff goes wrong.
It's ridiculous.
I don't understand.
But then again, how many people use Facebook, and then how many people you got to have in a call center to help them? It's kind of it would be almost near impossible, I think.
Well,
they just want to go.
But I feel like
if
you're spending money, if you are legitimately spending, like there should be a different tier of help at some point.
There should be, but I think you'd probably have a 6-week waiting list or something.
True story.
And you'd get through to these representatives. It's almost a bit like Amazon's gone very similar in the KDP. KDP used to be helpful. You used to get hold of people and stuff, and they were helpful. But then they went through a period of time when they were out. You literally knew that KDP, you asked for help, it was outsourcing to somewhere in the world where someone was working remotely. And I think the quality went downhill a little bit because you'd literally get a different answer for the same question.
Yeah, and often
multiple times.
Yeah.
Often the wrong answer. Yeah. And now you send, for instance, pre-orders. You need to cancel a pre-order for some unknown reason, and obviously back in the day you would lose your pre-order rights. Now you just ask them, I need to cancel this pre-order for XYZ reasons, and they just go, yeah, no problem, and you've still got your pre-order rights, we'll reinstate them for you. And pretty much anything I ask them to do in the past where they'd be a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure we're going to do that, now they're just, yeah, we'll just do that, it's fine. which is good.
Yeah.
But
Good for us, but yeah.
I think
the rules don't
sort
apply
of-
anymore.
I think they've just pulled the rules back and just go, we can't keep up with this anymore.
So I have a hack if you're struggling with KDP support. Go to Author Central support because they seem to be far more. So do you remember JT when I was trying to transfer my reviews? And Blake, I'm not joking when I say I think like at the end it was like 12 different people that I spoke to. Remember, I just kept like, because JT was saying you absolutely can transfer your reviews. They're lying. And every single person I spoke to was saying you can't. Sorry. And they're giving me cut, copy, paste. And I was saying that is not accurate. This is the thing. Here's my, and I was just smashing my head against the wall. And I did this huge deep dive into the Kindle forums and I hunted and I hunted and I hunted and I hunted. And I found this little golden nugget where someone had said, don't worry about KDP, go straight to Author Central. And I was like, what are the chances? I went to Author Central, I logged, and it's a little bit harder to contact them about a KDP issue, but eventually I just went to kind of like a feedback thing. And the instant response I got from someone who was so clearly knowledgeable was like, absolutely, Melissa, I've attended to this and it will show up. And then I was like, oh, what a hack.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So
what a good
Author
trick.
Central, I think their support is just more maybe permanent staff or maybe just higher end staff. I don't know. But so if you're struggling on the one, try the other.
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll have to give that a go. When we've ended contracts with our author in our small indie press, we do a 5-year contract and stuff. And when they run up with like, okay, we're handing your books back. And they're always like, well, couldn't we get the reviews and stuff? And it's like, yeah, 100%. And out of all of the authors that we've handed books back, every single time has been completely different experience.
Really?
Some has just gone through absolutely perfect. Others have taken absolutely forever to do it because, like I said, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is agreeing to or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, in future, you tell them if they're struggling, tell them to go through Author Central and see if that helps.
That's great.
Good tip.
Yeah. Okay, are we ready to talk about my books?
We're all learning. Yes, Delport.
Okay.
Let's go.
Have you got
so
screenshots?
excited.
Have you got information and data and all sorts?
I have it open. So
I've got your screenshots.
I know neither do I, but
randomly.
like us, that's us. We just wing it. We kamikaze.
Okay.
Chris and Maverick. Let's go.
I mean, I've been seeing all your lovely screenshots sent to me in messages and stuff as it's been going on.
I don't think we need to get super granular in terms of, I mean, at the end of the day, I had my best month ever. I was telling
that's a
JT
good
before
side.
I know. And I was telling JT before you came on that Paige set me up this beautiful spreadsheet where every day I punch in my sales for the day and it goes green if it's rainbow trout and it goes yellow if it's 6-figure author day.
Gold.
Because those are gold. Because those are my tiers, right? So, and for the first time I had these gold blocks popping up everywhere.
Brilliant.
Like, oh, this is so exciting. So, I mean, also, this is a series that has very few reviews. It's got a terrible naming convention. It was written in 2016, so it was a dead series when you started. It wasn't like a series that had any traction.
It shouldn't have been.
Everything I wrote was dead for a time. So it really, we had that initial huge spark where Steph very kindly shared it, and then it just grew and grew and grew. And we did not even get to the 90 days, which is your whole principle is kind of like 90 days before you, I saw your post in, which group was it in this morning?
20 books.
Where you had detail, it was 20 books. And it is, like you've always said this, don't touch it for 90 days. And what happened here was incredible, even without the 90-day window. So, there's a reason that we now call ads BHs.
BHs.
You're setting up some BHs.
We'd like to take a quick break to tell you about our sponsor, Scribe Shadow.
If you're an indie author, you already know that publishing a book is only part of the journey. Reaching readers in new markets is where things get really exciting, but translations have traditionally been expensive, time-consuming, and honestly, a little overwhelming. Which is why JT and I both use Scribe Shadow. We originally started using it for our translations, and it quickly became one of the tools we can't live without. Personally, I started translating my books in May last year and my income skyrocketed. Scribe Shadow saves us time. The workflow is simple and best of all, it's affordable. It's made book translations accessible for indie authors, and in just minutes, you can translate your novels into multiple languages with high quality results, which opens the door to exploring relationships with readers all around the world.
What we really appreciate is that Scribe Shadow understands indie authors because it was built by people from the indie publishing space. This isn't a massive faceless corporation. It's a small family-run team that understands the realities of self-publishing, tight budgets, and wearing 20 different hats at once. They also offer things like cover creation, audiobook translation, and a straightforward credit system that keeps the whole process simple and affordable. Importantly, you always keep full rights to your work, and your books are never used to train AI. So if you've been thinking about expanding into foreign markets, or you just want tools that genuinely make your author business easier to run, check out Scribe Shadow. It's become a really valuable part of our workflow, and we're genuinely happy to recommend it. If you'd like to try Scribe Shadow, we have a special code for you. You can get 30% discounts. It is Pen and Prosper 30. You can use that at checkout.
Perfect. And let's get back to our episode.
You want to just explain to the listeners about your post in 20 books in case they haven't seen it?
Right. Yeah. So what's the date today? So they'll be able to look at it because this will go out different. So this is the 17th. So I posted it on the 16th of July. So basically it's an author that I'm helping as well. And much like yourself, and they've got a 14-book paranormal romance, vampire, fantasy series. And they did very well in the early, I think it was 2020, 2021, 2021, they did quite well with it. And, it just sort of petered off, right? And it's been sort of, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a good living off these 14 books, or a good earning off these 14 books, because they roughly would make about $75 to potentially $150 organically.
Okay.
Across all 14 books. That's what they're all pulling in. But obviously that's relatively low on each book, maybe making like sort of anywhere between $5 to $15 a day.
Yeah.
Each book. So, not setting the world alight, but still at the end of the month, for not doing anything and for having lots of success in the past, still relatively good income for them, right? So we knew that there was a good organic baseline, and we knew nothing else was being advertised. They don't really have social media, that they don't show their face. So this is just pure what's going on from Amazon and readers just finding those books. So that's a great, clean way to start ads. So we started some ads, and I think it was around some point in May. I can't remember on the graph now. And we set them going, and it was £60 a day. £30 to the UK, £30 to the US. One campaign for the UK, one campaign for the US, one ad set for each. And then the 20 images for the UK, the same 20 images for the US, broken down into the hot buyers, warm buyers, cold buyers, shock, sub-zero, tactic ads, and just let them run. In that graph, I've taken out book one so that doesn't muddy the sales figures, the way the visual of the graph looks. And yes, book one automatically started picking up and getting reads and getting downloads and such. So that, we could see that the ads were working and that was doing all right. But it was what I wanted to show was just how long it takes for, if you've got a decent sized novel and for the read through to pick up and stuff. And on that graph, you can see where it picks up towards the end of the 2 months. And that pickup is only book 2 and book 3. And yeah, you've still got a little bit of sales, but the sales of all the other books are still relatively similar to what we started at. So we know that people haven't got to book 4 and 5 and 6. So some people have, obviously, but the majority of people haven't got there yet.
Okay.
And one point which was really telling was literally before it took off for book 2 and book 3, there was a big dip in sales. And I think most people, and rightly so, because you'd be worrying about it, but it's just something you've got to push past, is you can always have that one bad day of sales where it just doesn't make sense that it's dropped.
Yeah.
And the first inkling is to go, oh my God, my ads just aren't working. And let's just switch it off and start again. It's all tanked. You just don't know what happened on that day for whatever reason. So, it might have just been a dodgy Amazon reporting day. It might have just been that Facebook wasn't doing something right with your ads that day. It might just be that, it's a World Cup final.
Yeah.
Who knows
Yeah.
what was going on
Yeah.
that day in whichever country. And sometimes it's a perfect storm and you just get a really tanking day for sales. And those are the days you really need to put your phone down, not look, and go, let's go spend time with the kids and do something that's important, because you'll drive yourself nuts.
Mm.
But this is also very generous of you to share it like this and to show the read through. But I think that this graph obviously speaks a lot to the series in question, obviously is great, and because it's getting read through. But I can't imagine the graph for book 1 that you were actually advertising must have looked like I think this is book 2 and 3, which imagine it had been like a terrible series and it had no read through. That's not on you. You're doing your job.
Yeah, that graph is it's all 13 books after book 1.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Book 1's graph must have looked insane.
If I added book 1 in there, it literally just shows maybe 3 or 4 days after the ad started. It slowly creeps up,
starts climbing,
and then it just levels out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So shall I show you? I've just pulled a screenshot just quickly of my series before you started, and then what it looks like now.
Okay.
I'll just say and confirm what you guys are saying about that long tail, because like when I lost my Facebook ad account, I was surprised how long my revenue stayed stable for. And it's
Can you see that?
It's we can. Wow, look at that.
Well, you didn't send me that screenshot.
Whoa.
Well, no, because this is from the beginning. This is for the year, Fleck. So
Right,
it's like, if you think about it, like you started May, and then you're like, it's amazing. So yeah, that's just what a dead old series that was doing nothing.
Yeah,
what it did. And that's only the box set. That's not looking at the individual books. If I added those to it, we might just, I don't know, go off the screen. So it's cool,
Fantastic.
right?
Well, that's what we want to see. That is what we
want
to see. That's really good. Well, congratulations. That's good.
Well done, guys. I'm proud of you. My Facebook ad's not working. Let's turn them off and on again.
Off and on. Right, restart it. Classic old unplug it and plug it back in. It'll work.
Okay, brilliant.
It was a crazy ride. It was a crazy ride. So now I did want to ask you a few things, Blake, because obviously it was such a different kind of thing, because I couldn't see the clicks or I could see nothing. I was just sitting there and go, woo! Living my best life. It was like the best kind of advertising.
It was an interesting situation for me, because obviously I was running the ads out of my profile, because you've given me the permission to take over and run it from there. But I didn't have access to your KDP to monitor it like I would normally, just check everything.
Yeah.
So it was this kind of mismatch of time zones.
Yes.
Mismatch of time zones of sending me screenshots, and rather excited screenshots every now and then. But I'll be honest with you, I kind of just set them and left them. Did a few little tiny tweaks here and there. Once we saw that one country was doing more than the other, we just upped the budget in that country to just really push it to try and...
Yes.
Which one was
Ego Vanity, try and get some orange tags.
Yes. Yes, and we got into the top... I can't even remember. We got it. We were doing a massive thing. We were doing amazing things, Maverick and I. Blake is my client.
Hey, you wrote it, right?
You know, Blake, you call the orange tags vanity metrics, but I think that when you've got that orange tag on your product page, it helps so much with conversion. I'm sure that is 100%. Why when my books are doing so well, they just kept going, because as soon as you see, it's a bestseller. Oh, okay. It's just it takes away so much friction.
Social proof.
They do work. I'm having a little pokey fun at some of the author mastermind conversations about orange tags, because I think there's two camps. There's two camps of ones that like them and ones that don't.
Oh, really?
It's just you just don't need them, and it's yes, you do. No, you don't. And it's we've all been successful from following different paths, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any. Well, I suppose there are wrong paths, but as long as you get to your goals and you do well, I mean, there's just more. What's the classic one? There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So
yeah. Bit of an unfortunate phrase, but yes,
a bit of an unfortunate phrase. Yeah, I don't know where it comes from, but yeah, You know, I don't think things are wrong if it's making you successful, morally speaking, right?
Yeah.
So you just got to do what works. But I think sometimes as well, you can also change categories in your KDP. You know, if you can find a category that is relatively easier to get your orange banners on as well, that always works and always helps with the lift. But the only different thing is there you could be number one in, say, not a lower category, but let's just say an easier niche category. You can be number one in there, and if you really push the sales and they really take off, the colours will just move you into different categories, and all of a sudden you've got you would still be number one in that niche category, but they moved you out of it. So get those screenshots quick.
Yeah, grab them. I've got a whole folder full of screenshots.
Don't we all, Delport? Okay, that's brilliant. So what were your learnings from this experience?
Me?
Together? Yeah.
So I'd like to know from Blake, because I obviously couldn't see like CPCs or like which of those ads. I could only tell from engagement because Blake had access to my Facebook page, so I could see comments and things. And I did notice, and I think this is a big one because we don't always want to put our face on the internet, that I got the most engagement on the video ad, where I was kind of being very like, oh, this is what I wrote, and it was the most cringy, like the hardest one to do. But I think, that had a lot of engagement, definitely. The video ads, but like I couldn't see CPCs, or like, because I traditionally, like, my CPCs are always much higher than they should be. So do you have that information?
I do. I can pull it up, but from memory, I know that yes, your video ads definitely got the best engagement. But the thing is, that stuff is inviting engagement, and it works. It works. Author of the brand just works.
I agree. And also that comp strategy. So that's what we did in the video, JT, I was telling you about. We took Twilight and then spoke about how it's like that.
Yes, I love that.
It was a very surreal kind of way of doing it, because there's no measurement. But that's where I think Blake's like chilled vibes did well, because he wasn't stressed. I wasn't. So it's like normally every day I need to check like this versus this against this. Is this, whereas it was kind of like, I eventually even was like not thinking. It's the first time in my life I haven't been like overly thinking about Facebook ads.
Yeah. You know, it's similar for me, Delport, because I'm doing this dopamine fast. And I don't check my dashboard until noon every day. I used to sit and refresh my dashboard and my ads dash like 100 times. I used to do it like it was my job, like as if I was getting paid to refresh. And since I've changed that, I feel so much better. I'm getting more work done. I'm less overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's such a great thing. So, if you can get someone
being
like
very granular. And Blake is not granular at all. So it really did teach me to kind of step back a little bit and just not sweat the small stuff.
Yeah. As long as the big picture numbers are right,
it's
there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to pull up the figures. Right. So 4 ads for Miss Delport.
Only 4?
Only 4. So we had 2 for the US and 2 for the UK. And the first 2 were I call them the TikTok style, the video ads and stuff that she made for us. So she did an ad where she is taking a famous cover. I think we talked about this on the last pod.
Yes.
She takes a famous cover of a book in her genre and she compares the 2 books. So she shows it and then shows her own book, and she did a variation of that style of video. So a little bit different. I think you actually dropped it on the floor, didn't you?
I dropped Twilight
and then bounced back.
Yes.
Oh,
you know that thing.
You did some where you were talking and one where you're spinning on a chair, right? So all creative. So those 2 ads ran at £5 a day. I'm breaking the rules here because usually I'm spending, I say you have to spend this much, right? So we started at £5 a day for those 2, and CPC was basically running at 5 pence a click.
Wow.
So I don't know what that is in dollars, but
video.
7
video
pence, maybe it's the cents or something. So 5 pence a click for those 2 ads for the entirety, and then we did a box set. We did the 2 box set ads. Actually, lying to you, we did 6 ads. So
static
we did
images
2 box
for those
set ads as well. one for the US and one for the UK, and those were very simple. The white screen 3D image of the box set, a few different ad copies. I think you sent me some fancy box set images as well, and we ran those all in parallel. We didn't turn any of them off, and they were running slightly more expensive at 10 and 11 pence a click, UK and US.
Okay.
So only a penny between the two countries. And they were running at £10 a day because I really thought the box set was going to do well. And then we also did the static image ads for book one, and they were running at a measly £3 a day. And those were running at 5 pence a click again. So,
Wow.
Sure. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, like such the
relatively
CPCs are
modest
great.
budgets. I think
I
I
hate
can't
you a little
remember
bit, Blake, because
total spend was
how do you get
throughout the
those
whole time.
tiny CPCs?
It's crazy. I mean, even if you convert them, it's still
Okay.
okay.
So you got
So-
fantastic CPCs, which I kind of hate you both a little bit for, because I mean, I've never had a CPC below 7p. I think it's insane.
Crazy.
Really.
Except for Italy. Except for in Italy. You always get them
yeah.
in Italy.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean in the English-speaking marketplaces. And also video never seems to convert for most people. So I think that the style of video you guys are doing is very cool, and it seems to be really working.
Yeah, I think a lot of people avoid doing the video ads, particularly of their face, because it's hard work and it's cringy. And they're like, no, I'll just run a picture. But Blake kind of insisted on his homework before he would start. He was like, I need this. So I kind of had to do it. And now I'm so glad that I did, because I think you will automatically shy away from it. You're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And now
no
I'm
one
like,
wants to record a video like that of themselves talking about their book. No one. But you just have to.
Yeah. Except for Michael Cini.
Michael Cini enjoys it. We can tell.
Have you seen his Facebook? It's blowing up
all over the place.
His face.
And yeah, and the great thing about what he's doing there is obviously going back to what we've talked about before, where Facebook is going to pay you for content, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully he's monetizing that. But he'll also, if he gets the right sort of videos that really take off, get the right engagement, he can run them as ads.
Yeah,
because I think that's how our good buddy Steve with the Witches of Scotland.
Steve Aitchison.
That's what he's doing, right?
Exactly.
He's testing which videos that do well organically before he even tries them as an ad.
Exactly.
Which is
very
gold.
Yeah, it's such a good strategy.
Based on the small experiment that we did, we're doubling down on all the ads work. Or is there certain ads that you would say, like if I just said to you, Blake, like which ones should I run if I was on a limited budget? Would you say, okay, do these, or would you, again, do all on a smaller budget? Because they're all doing something different.
Yeah, I just run them all. I'll run them all on a smaller budget, and just whatever the budget is that you can afford, right? And that's different for everybody. My view is for 90 days, just set it, leave it, and walk away. It's impossible to walk away because you've got to check on it, because you've got to make sure that things don't go haywire. But more often than not, they don't go haywire. If you know historically that your books have got good read over, and you know that people are picking up book one from the ads, you just got to sit and wait for them to pick up book two and book three, and believe in the process, because if you're not believing in your products, you shouldn't be running ads to them anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, just set it, let it tick over, because the trick is consistency. You need the snowball, and it's like JT said, when her ad stopped running, she didn't necessarily see the drop quite as quick as she thought she probably would. Right? Yes, you'll get that little bit of a drop as ads go off, but her read over was continuing on, because she'd basically everything that she spent in the last 90 days. She still hadn't seen the fruition of that spend of it, how it goes through. So you just got to keep consistency.
So the converse is also true, because when I started ads again, I wasn't seeing a nice uplift as quickly as I would have liked to. And I was like, this isn't working, this is broken, when really it's just taking time. And I'm already seeing that my ROI is improving. And yeah, I mean, it's not amazing, but it's improving. So it just shows you really have to be patient, and don't be reactive with your ads. Do not switch your ads off if you're having a bad day or whatever.
A shout out to publisher Champ.
Yes, I love them. I love
a shout
them.
out to Publisher Chat, because I got to chat to them at SPS.
Yes.
And he very kindly said, what could I do to improve this service and work better for you? And I literally said to him, if I could run a filter that only shows me Sundays, or only shows me Monday, or only shows me Tuesdays, whatever your historical best day of the week is, and mine's always Sundays. I said to him, if I could just see Sundays for the last 8 weeks, or for the last 90 days, just the Sundays or whatever. And he said, why? And I said, because I only judge by Sundays. That's how I know if ads are working or not working.
Really?
I don't look at sales every day, even if they are going up and up, whatever, or going down and down. It's the Sundays that matter to me. And he's like, we'll put that in there. And he did. So it's one of the best ways, I think, of looking at your ads. It's just
compare Sundays rather than every day.
Step back and just look at your Sundays, and it just makes life so much quicker and easier, because at the end of the day, if this Sunday's higher than last Sunday and the Sunday before it and the Sunday before that, where your ads are going, your revenue's going. Whereas if you've got individual days dropping, I don't know if about you, but if I had a bad sales day, I would be in a real grumpy mood. I'd be like, I've spent this much money on ads today, and my sales have gone down. What's going on?
Yeah. No, it's terrible for mental health.
It's terrible for mental health.
So bad.
But there we go. Little tip.
Okay, that's a very interesting way of looking at it. I think I'm going to start trying that.
I have a question.
I also have a question for you, Delport, but you go ahead first.
No, this is going to be so random, and I kind of know what the answer is going to be, but it's so funny how I have one series that it doesn't matter what ads I throw at it, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, doesn't pick up. And I know the answer is going to be change the cover. I did that. It's so weird. And then someone else recently I heard was saying the same thing, that they just have one series that just won't work. And I'm like, what is it about? Why would one book or one series just not want to fire on Facebook? It's like, what do you think it is?
Are they BH ads?
Oh, no, they are not directly. They are not BH ads. Okay, question answered.
I don't know. I don't want to say sometimes books are like picking a winning horse at the races, because I think it's a little bit more than that. But I think some book titles just work and other book titles don't, for whatever reason. And I just can't. You just can't explain it. I couldn't even pick a winner if I wanted to. It's the same as the other way. It's hard to pick a loser as well. Some things just don't resonate, and other things are, although people say you should have book covers very similar to all the other books in your genre, so it basically blends in with the masses, because it's what the readers want. Sometimes I think it's too on the nose, and they literally probably think, well, I've read that one.
Yeah.
Even though they haven't,
maybe.
right? It's hard to say. It's definitely merit in having something that is distinctive to your brand, even if it is still on point with blending in with the masses. There's got to be something that stands out for you that
stands out.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's hard to say. I mean, it could be that it's not Blake Hudson.
Yeah, I think that's probably the reason.
That's probably it. I'll give it another go.
And by the way, the Blake Hudson system isn't my system. It's just the system that other people.
The system.
It's just I talk about it.
Well, we're going to call it it's just easier to call it the BH, because just then we know what we're talking about.
As long as it doesn't start getting called the BS. We'll
I was going to say, as opposed to the BS system, which we've all tried.
We've definitely tried the BS system, that is for sure.
Okay, Delport, why are you not scaling these ads up if they're so successful?
Well, now I've got to restart them and then scale them from there, because remember, now it's coming into my ad account. So I haven't started with all of them. I've started with a few of them because I wasn't sure. I know I should have started with all of them, but Shadow Magic is like the one that I'm mainly advertising. So I very bravely set up some ads. It's so weird doing my own ads. I felt like such a pleb. I got used to a certain way.
Yes. Yeah. Just stepping away.
now,
How awesome.
Back to the ground.
Woman of leisure.
But I will definitely scale up as I see. And like I say, the video ad starts getting engagement straight away. And engagement is like my keyword on my glass at the moment is engagement. Yeah. Engagement, flow state. Those are my two. So I will start to scale them up. But I scale very slowly and also budgetary constraints. So yeah. So okay, but in terms of scaling, Blake, would you say just scale the ones that are doing better, or just scale all? What do I do? I don't know how to scale now because I'm so used to being granular about it.
Well, at the end of the day, when I was running them, I sort of ran them on your scaling system, right? So we weren't running expensive ads. We had £5 and £10 a day ads converted to whatever they had in dollars, which in total, it added up to a decent amount to spend. But I personally, I would continue to push the box set more, and then on the back end have the individual book go, and then just keep it the same for 2 months. Even though I said you can scale after the first month and stuff, why not just make life easy and just take the time and then wait for the revenue to come in, so then you can scale, right? So and then start itching it up that sort of 5-10% budget, and just keep it like that. Because at the end of the day, it's a marathon. It's a marathon, right? We'd all just love to hit the top 10 in Amazon right now, but I'm not going to spend $4,000 a day on ads to do that. So let's just build it up, and you've got series, make the money across all the books as opposed to just pushing that big spike on book one. And I think it just feels more manageable when you do it that way as well, and less scary. And it's just the patience is the hardest bit, right?
Yes. So I made a small mistake because I set up 2 ads. I wanted to test 2 different straps on the same ad, and I set it up, and I thought I put both into the same campaign, and then the one wasn't in there, and I was like, oh, that's so annoying. So I just set up a second campaign. So it's like 2 campaigns with a very similar ad. Is that bad? Are they going to cannibalize each other? Should I rather cancel them both and go back to the campaign level and put them both in there and let Facebook decide, like we're supposed to be doing?
I think that's a great segue into covering probably the biggest asked question since I did your podcast.
Okay.
Is I've had quite a few people contact me.
That's right.
It's been interesting.
Are we sorry? I'm sorry.
It's been interesting for sure. They've all been fantastic people and stuff, and not a single one of them was annoying.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
And you worked with me.
Delport, you're the annoying one I'm referring to.
It was all good. But I've had people contact me saying, "Oh, I watched the podcast and I implemented the system and my sales have took off." And I was like, "That's fantastic. That is exactly what we want." And a few of them have posted in 20 books and a few of the other groups and stuff, and that's fantastic. A few of them want to keep it private and just sent me the screenshots, and they're happy about it, which is great. But I have had quite a few people contact me and going, "I've implemented your system and it doesn't work."
Oh dear.
And I was like, well,
it hasn't been 90 days since the episode, so they're lying.
I was like, well, it certainly hasn't been 90 days, but let's have a look at what you're doing. And generally,
okay, guys, so we decided to stop the episode there because the interview went on for another hour. We were not surprised. In fact, we were surprised that we recorded for less than 3 hours.
Kept it to 2. Yeah. I know.
I was very impressed with us.
But maybe Blake's getting bored of us.
Oh, no, I hope not. So if you're interested, catch the rest of this interview in the next episode, which will fly in a week from now. Thank you. Bye.
Before we go, we'd like to say a huge thank you to our paid sponsor, Vellum, the book formatting software that we could not live without. If you would like to try Vellum and let them know that we sent you, please visit tryvellum.com/pen and prosper.